Welcome to the Big and Small Podcast, coming to you from Plymouth, Massachusetts. Just a couple of guys drinking some beers, having some chow, and talking all things sports.
All right, Dougie, golf podcast. Me and you, Jordy is not available. I don't know why, but he's not. You probably know why, but it is Tuesday, not Monday, so that could have something to do with it. Whenever someone has small kids, there's always a possibility that people aren't going to be available.
That is indeed true.
But get it up. I got my Diet Pepsi. What do you got?
Snapple?
We got to get something with Snapple. We got to get something with one of these people, either Pepsi or Snapple or something, Bud Light. But anyway, so big week. We get the Ryder Cup this week. Here's what I know. First thing is, you know how Jordy was saying, the Americans get to set the course up the way they want?
Yes.
So apparently the big move is to cut the rough because that gives them the ability to just bomb it and not really have to worry about the consequences. They said it's definitely not playing like a U.S. Open venue because of the rough. But I think
they think they're just going to beat them with length.
That seems to be the strategy. But Europeans have some guys that can hit the ball, so I'm not sure
they do. And I feel like Europeans are generally better with wedges as well, considering like the open links and stuff that they play over there.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting. But that was their philosophy: is don't grow up the rough and bombs away. So that tells me that DeChambeau is going to have a big role.
Okay.
So we'll see. I'm looking forward to that. So the first match is at 7 a.m. on Friday. I'll be tuned in. I don't know who you send out the first match. They were saying that European will probably send out Rahm and Hatton, match number one.
Keegan announces first, correct? And then Europe has the opportunity to pick what team they want to combat with.
Yeah, but they can still set a lineup. Either stick with it or switch it up.
Yeah, like already have your pairings, but just say, Dougie and Coach, you guys going to be a pair. We'll just figure out who you're going to play against.
Right. Yeah. So we'll see. It'd be interesting. They say that the Europe team got out there early. They've been hanging out together, going to dinners. I guess they went out to Long Island, played a couple of courses out, like Shinnecock and some other courses out on Long Island, and doing the whole team bonding thing. Whereas like the U.S. last week, most of them were in that tournament.
The Pro Core.
Yeah, with the exception of DeChambeau and I think Schauffele. Schauffele had a kid, so
yep,
he didn't play in it. So, but I mean, good for Europe.
Jesus Lord.
Yeah, that was a little tough.
That was a roller coaster there.
That was a tough stretch there in the old podcast.
So they are moving the opening ceremonies to tomorrow because I guess we're gonna have some weather. Or they're gonna have some weather in New York on Thursday. President Trump is expected to be on the grounds Friday afternoon.
Which kind of screws everybody up that's there.
The USA has come out and said whatever, I guess, monetary earnings they were going to be winning, they were going to be giving to charity.
Yep.
And USA currently minus 150.
So those odds haven't moved.
To win. Europe plus 170, and a tie is plus 1,000.
If it's a tie, it goes back to Europe.
Yes.
So I was watching the live from the Ryder Cup yesterday, and they were saying that this U.S. team is probably the second strongest ever in terms of not only world ranking, but just the way the guys are playing at this point in time. And ironically, they would be even stronger if Keegan selected himself, because he's number 13 in the world right now. Out of the top 15, European only has 6 guys. But that's a little misleading because guys like Hatton and Rahm aren't in the top 20 because they don't have enough points. But I would put those guys in the top 20. I would actually put Rahm in the top 5 in the world right now. You know?
Yeah, I mean, I think another X factor is they're returning like
Everybody.
11 guys from their last Ryder Cup. So all of these guys have Ryder Cup experience.
Yeah, and the other funny thing is they said genetically they have the exact same team because that guy Højgaard, his identical twin brother
Yes.
was on the team last time.
Yeah.
So genetically they have the same team, which is hysterical. I think that's funny.
So obviously you like the USA to win.
If I had to bet, I would bet the USA, not because I think they're better, but I think this is what I think. I think that the crowd is going to be awesome.
Okay.
I think Rory is going to fold up. I don't think he does well under that type of situation in this country. Like if it was in Europe, he'd embrace it and he'd be awesome. But I think when everything's going against him from a crowd perspective, I don't think it's his. I don't think it's his cup of tea. I think he's going to fold up. That's my prediction.
Okay.
I just don't think he's got the stones anymore. He used to have the stones. I don't think he does anymore. And I also think that even though I don't love his game right now, but I think Bryson eats that shit up. So I mean, if the fans are going nuts and they're really, really pulling for him, and he gets like just a little bit of momentum going, I think that he'll embrace that and really, take off. But did you hear Brandel Chambly last night?
No.
He hates Bryson DeChambeau. He hates to live. That guy is so just PGA old school, live sucks and all those guys suck, And he was like shitting on DeChambeau. He was shitting on Rahm, shitting on Hatton. And just talking about how like they only play 3 rounds and there's no way they can be competitive and blah, 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 all this stuff. And it's like, dude, do you even pay attention? It was disgusting. I'm like, this guy's a clown. He was talking about DeChambeau and all he cares about is YouTube and his fans on YouTube and everything. It's like, no, he wants to win. Like, what are you looking for? I don't know. He bugged me last night. I was like, this guy's a clown. Maybe that was his role. I don't know. But he wasn't on there today. Maybe they had a little talking to him. I don't know.
So how would you feel if this is in Europe?
Oh, U.S. would get destroyed.
Right. So the X factor is going to be the crowd.
Absolutely. I think that's why they favored. I mean, if you look at like from a team perspective, like you said, Europeans have so much experience.
Mm-hmm.
So much experience, But the crowd is going to be unbelievable. It's going to be, hopefully not out of control. I'd like them to be loud. I'd like them to be disruptive if they can be, but do it in a classy way, So we don't get a black eye, even though there's going to be drunks out there making asses out of themselves. But
right,
I think you get that everywhere. But I just think they're going to be a major, major, major factor. It's going to be great. I'm really looking forward to it.
On paper, it's hard to look over Europe winning. With that being said, I agree with you. I think the crowd is going to be an X factor. I just hope it's not to be vanilla, but I just hope it's competitive.
Oh, I think it's going to be very competitive. I think it's going to be close. I think it's going to be real close. I mean, a guy like DeChambeau is obviously key. Obviously, Scheffler's got to go out and do what he does. But like Xander Schauffele, like he's had a down year because he was hurt, and he ended up having a kid. So I mean, if a guy like that can get his form back, that's a big, big plus. Justin Thomas got a ton of experience. He likes the crowd. Guy like him gets on a roll. You never know. But there's a lot of guys that are unproven, like Harris English and was it Cam Young. Um, Sam Burns has got experience. He's pretty good. But there's a lot of guys on that team. They're rookies. Ben Griffin. He's a rookie. Yeah, he's one of the best golfers this year. But Hensby was he on the team before? I don't think he was, but he's a rookie. He's young. I mean, they're all really, really good golfers, but it's a different animal when you're playing for a team and you're playing for your country. I just think it's going to be interesting too, because the X factor for me, not only like from a competition perspective, but this country is in a weird place right now. That whole Charlie Kirk thing and everything, and there's like an us and a them and stuff, and I think we're looking to galvanize on something almost like, you remember last winter they had that Four Nations hockey tournament?
Yeah.
And Canada was in the middle of Trump was saying there'd be the
tariffs,
51st state and all that stuff. He was saying that stuff. Like it was us against Canada. I mean, it was almost like a national feeling.
Yeah.
I think this has got a chance to be, more than that, just because I think golf's got more traction than hockey does. So I think that, and not necessarily us versus them, but more like us galvanizing on a team. You know what I mean? So I think if it's close at all, I think there'll be a lot of eyes on it, and I think it'll be like, kind of must see TV. Like everybody's pulling for the U.S. I really feel that way, especially when you get like 3 days in a row like that. I think it's got a chance because, like I said, this country is in a weird place right now. And there's a lot of separation. I think that I think the average Joe. You get the left and you get the right, but the average Joe is just sick of the noise, and they want to focus on something that makes them feel good. Mm-hmm. It's not political. You know what I mean? And this is that. This is that escape from, us versus them. It's more like the U.S. Let's go. You know what I mean? So I think this has got a chance to. This competition has a chance to be really good because of that. And I think it's going to be close. I think it's going to be close because Europe is that good, and I think the fans are going to have a big factor in it, and they're almost going to get the best out of the U.S. team just because they're all in it.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be good. It's going to be fun. 7 a.m. Friday. Because they got 2 sessions going on. And you run out of daylight, so early start. I'll be there.
Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, gates open 5. Yeah, 7:10 morning foursomes.
Yeah, so it's going to rain tomorrow. It's going to rain Thursday, so the course is going to be soft, and I think that helps the U.S. From a distance perspective. So we'll see. Fitzpatrick from Europe, that dude, I think he's 0-7. He has a chance to have the worst Ryder Cup record in the history of the Ryder Cup. Or 1-7, maybe he's 1-7, but he's got some horrific record in the Ryder Cup. So he'll be feeling it. I think the lefty there from Scotland, McIntyre. I don't think he's got it. I think he's a weak link. Obviously, that guy, Højgaard, is a rookie. So, I mean, you never know what you're going to get there.
I don't necessarily agree if it's fair if they're weak links, but it's this is such a different animal. We can't come out and say that Fitzpatrick and McIntyre aren't good golfers, because they are. But are you a good golfer when 45 drunk fucking assholes are yelling at you every fucking shot of the fucking way?
Right. Well, Fitzpatrick's shooting has proven he's not. He doesn't do well in that format, So It'll be interesting. I mean, that guy Højgaard, he's never experienced anything like that in his life. And the other thing is the Americans that are rookies, that are young, that don't have a lot of experience, they're going to be pulling for him. They're not going to be yelling at him, you know? And I think, like I said, I think Rory is soft now. And if he proves me wrong, I'll tip my cap and say, Rory, you know, you are still one of the best golfers in the world, but I don't think he is. I think he's one of the most talented golfers in the world, but I don't think he has the balls. Like if you had a 1 day thing, like it was the final round of the Masters, and you had Scotty versus Rory, they had the same score going in. Who are you picking? The final round of the Masters. 9 out of 10 times.
Scotty.
Of course.
Just because he's more consistent, but like
Rory,
Rory also has the ability to go out and shoot a fucking 64.
Yeah, but not when he's staring face to face with, the number one golfer in the world. And that crowd's easy. You know what I mean? Imagine like screaming idiots, like you said. I don't think he's got it. And I look for him to have a bad. The only way he would have a good match is if they put him out against some some rookie or something like that. JJ Spawn, like the playoff, the morning of the TPC, JJ Spawn was playing Rory. You could see JJ Spawn kind of melted. So, I mean, I could see a situation like that where they match him up with a guy that doesn't have a lot of experience, like a JJ Spawn, and the guy melts in the moment, and Rory just kind of probably goes out and shoots like 1 over par, but still wins because the other guy's a puddle. You know what I mean? But if it's not up time, and he's facing Scotty 1-on-1, no chance. Rory doesn't have that right now. He don't have it. He doesn't have it. He almost puked when he played against Justin Rose in the Masters.
Yeah, but that was also 5 months ago.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like he's
in every single tournament that he plays in.
No,
he's just like Scotty.
No, he's not. Not even close. Not even close. Not even close. Not even close. Roy's the kind of guy that, like, when it's going his way, he's going to shoot some numbers. But when it's not going his way, he ain't shooting numbers.
I think Bryson's the same exact way.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that, but I think for different reasons. I think Rory feels it. I think he feels the pressure. I think Bryson, if the mechanics aren't doing the right thing on that day, he's a mess. It's got nothing to do with the moment. It has to do with, his, professor-like approach to the game. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think he feels the pressure. I think he feels, he's not executing right. And that alone gets him in a bad place. I don't think either one of them is like, nut up guy. I mean, obviously DeChambeau won the Open and he, the U.S. Open, and he had to make shots. He had to, but that was a crowd thing. I mean, the crowd embraced that guy, and I think that has a chance to happen in this weekend. Same type of thing. Whereas Rory melted. Rory melted in that U.S. Open. He missed a 3-footer. He didn't even hit the cup to lose it. And DeChambeau even said that. He goes, well, he was talking about, someone said something about DeChambeau taking it away from Rory. And Rory was like, nah, he kind of did that to himself. Which he's right. He did. He puked on his shoes. So that's where I stand with that. So, like I said,
which is crazy because we're speaking ill of a golfer who's a top 3 golfer in the fucking world.
Number 2, actually.
Yeah, and he fucking sucks. He pukes on his fucking shoes. Fuck this guy. He's a mental fucking midget. He stinks.
No, he's very, very talented. Obviously, one of the most talented golfers in the world ever. And he wins. He's a momentum guy. Like he'll blow away a tournament. He'll win the Wyndham Classic. But when it's not uptime, I mean, in majors, he won the Masters barely. But other than that, he wasn't anywhere near it. And the Masters was his first one. He got over the top. He got over the hump with the career Grand Slam. and he's just not the same guy. He's not. He's not. I think mentally he's just like, I check that box, and yeah, I'll be the Ryder Cup guy. I'll go out and I'll play in the Irish Open, try to win that for the hometown fans, and obviously the Open is something near and dear to him, but he hasn't been near that one in a long time either. So he's just not that guy anymore. He's number 2 in the world because he beats the shit out of bad talent or mediocre talent consistently because he's better. But when it counts, he's not the guy right now. Right now. And we'll have this discussion next Monday, and I could be right or I could be wrong, but that's my feeling. I don't think he's got it. And if I'm wrong, I'll say, you know what? Tippy cap to Rory. He nutted up. This has got to mean something to Scotty. I think Scotty likes to compete. I think he likes being the man. I think that's why. I think for him, it's he wants to out execute everybody and be on top. I hope he brings that same mentality to this because this is a different animal. I mean, you're playing a team game, like alternate shot. Like how do you play? You can't play in that mindset because you're playing off the other guy's shot. You know what I mean? Like that guy does what he does. Scotty has no control over that. So I mean, it's a different animal. We'll see. But I got a good feeling. I like Keegan Bradley. I think Keegan Bradley's a leader. A lot of people say the fact that he took himself out of the lineup was a very, a leadership move, by saying, I want to be the captain and I don't want to take away from being the captain. I want to be the best I can be, which I respect that. I also think the PGA told him not to do it, but I do respect the fact that he sucked it up and said, no, I'm gonna be the captain. So that's, and I think the guys recognize that, and I think they're going to give him their best effort. He's kind of a no nonsense guy. He's a New England guy. Actually, I know he's from Vermont, but he's got ties to Hopkinton, Mass.
Okay.
So he's got that grit. The grit, like the Northeast grit. He's got that. He went to St. John's. Their home course was Bethpage Black. Did you know that?
I did not.
Yeah, so he Bethpage was his home course. He actually was talking about how. So I forget how many courses there are there, but there's a bunch of them. But there's the red course, which is where St. John's played their matches. He goes, but we used to practice, and I don't know how the setup is, but for some reason, 14 through 18 on Bethpage is off limits. You can't play it. If they're not open or whatever, if they're not, if they're not open to the public or whatever. So he said, and so when he practiced there as, a St. John's guy, he would always play like 1 through 13, and he'd be pissed off I couldn't play 14 through 18. And they always said, no, you can't do that. You can't do that. You get in a lot of trouble. He goes, my senior year, me and my roommate said, screw it, let's go. And they snuck out on 14. And whoever was in the clubhouse or whatever actually called the cops on him. The cops showed up, the coach showed up, and he was like, we got in so much trouble for that. He goes, but totally worth it. A great story. Great story. So, I mean, obviously it means a lot to him. You know what I mean? Like the crowd's going to embrace him even more because he's one of them. You know what I mean? So, yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on there that's awesome. It's great, just great stuff. I love it. I absolutely love the whole thing. I want to blow this golf podcast up because I just love golf. I love everything about it. So
I feel like they cut the league early.
They did. They definitely did. Yeah, I'm gonna have my feelings on that. I'm not gonna say it on the podcast, but I just think that it became inconvenient. We'll just put it that way.
Seems like everything did.
Yeah, all of a sudden, right? The last 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of a sudden things got inconvenient.
Yeah.
Which ironically corresponds with summer help going back to college. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it was tough. But as long as we get to play that Saturday after Thanksgiving, all's good with the world. I'd like to get some decent weather, but that's always that's a great. Did you play last year? You played with me last year.
Yeah.
Played with me, you, Parada, and I forget who our fourth was. But
Was it
that's a great
Chris?
tournament. Might have been.
Gordon?
Yeah, might have been him. I don't know. I don't remember. But yeah, I mean, this year we'll probably get Jordy out there. Dan will be there.
Dano's already ready.
Oh yeah.
Jordy said he's showing up shirtless.
Shane will definitely be there.
Shane's in. Yep, the Labatt Blue Boys will be there.
Yeah, I mean, this year was great. I mean, you got those three guys, brand new guys. Like every week, last year we got occasionally would get into the mid 30s with guys.
Yep.
But this year it was consistently like 22 to 26 every single week. And it wasn't the same guys. But we always get those numbers every week.
And I think we're doing not this Sunday, but next Sunday, the 5th. Did Dano talk to you about that?
He did not.
He's trying to get I got the go ahead to play, but I guess he's trying to. You got the foursome going out for West Bridgewater.
No, that week because that week they have an outing, so I have to get another tea time somewhere.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, I already got the go ahead to play somewhere in the morning, so.
Yeah, so Dan wants to play that morning too.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll figure that out. But yeah, it's funny. We thought they had back-to-back outings, so I had Maplegate all booked for this weekend, and actually we got two foursomes now. We got 8 guys playing, which is great. It's funny at the end of the year, all of a sudden we're getting more and more golfers. But we had Maplegate booked, and then this guy Lyman who runs West Bridgewater actually called me on my cell phone Monday morning. He said, "Hey, you still want to play Sunday morning? That outing got moved to the next week." I said, "Sure." He's like, "Yeah, you're in. Did you already book somewhere else?" I said, "Yeah." He goes, "Well, cancel it. You're playing here." I was like, "Okay, you got it, pal. We're in." But yeah, I mean, we have the following week after the 5th. I'm going to be in Chicago.
Okay.
But we get that booked all fall, weather permitting. So that's always a good thing. And then next summer, forget it. You know what I mean? As soon as we can play, I'll just call my boy Lyman and say, "Hey, book me through the whole summer, man. 9:00 Sunday morning," which would be great.
I know.
It's a great time, perfect time. The only thing is, it kind of messes up with the Pats having a 1:00 starts. Messes me up going to Ricky's. Like this weekend, I didn't even bother because, it was a close game. We had 8 guys there. It was on at the clubhouse. It was like, you know what? Why jump in a car and listen to it on the radio when I can watch it here and it's only, 2 more quarters or whatever. So
yeah,
I ended up watching the game at the clubhouse. It was fun. It was good. It was guys I grew up with. It was fun. Ricky wasn't happy, but every once in a while you got to make a couple of choices. So anyway, no, it's been a good golf year. It's been a real good golf year. And then so next summer I'm looking forward to that too. So yeah, I mean we still got some time, probably another month left.
Yeah, I'll be in your backyard on Monday.
That's right. What is that tournament now?
NFSA, National Fire Safety Association or something like that.
Oh wow.
Booked out 160 golfers.
I was gonna ask you, yeah, it's a big tournament.
Yeah, they said big tournament, ton of sponsors, ton of swag there. They said this is an all day thing, so plan accordingly.
Yeah, well, the weather's supposed to be good too.
Yeah, it's supposed to be
like 70, I think.
Yes, I believe so. Hold please, real quick.
But yeah, I played last week. I played five out of 7 days. I was a crippled mess. I was even hurting Sunday when I played. My buddies were like, "What is wrong with you?" And I'm like, "I play too much golf. Like not playing tonight was for me a blessing. I'm literally going 7 days between starts, which is going to be great."
Monday the 29th, as of right now, 74 and sunny. Winds north-northeast 5 to 10.
Yeah, that's nothing. That'll be a good time.
Not
That
bad for
place
the
is.
end of September.
You haven't played there this summer, right?
No.
Yeah, it's in good shape.
Yeah?
Real good shape.
Green
you're gonna
screen
enjoy that.
still lightning.
Yeah, especially now. This time of year, it's always the quickest.
Okay.
It'll be good. You'll enjoy it.
Yeah, I'm
You will
looking
enjoy
forward to it. I like the fact that it's, just down the road. It's not crazy far.
Not super long, that golf course. So that might help you.
Yeah, if I can do all right, if I can keep the driver. I was actually kind of thinking about it today. I'm what do I do? Because there's no range there.
No, there's no range. Well, they got like a small range. You can hit like up to like 8 iron.
Which is crazy to me.
Yeah, I know. Well, no, the crazy part is the $18,000 initiation fee.
That's what I'm saying. And you can't even go and hit balls. Not even like, go down to the club and hit balls. You can't do it.
They had a big club tournament called
The horn blower.
no, that's not a club tournament. That's an invitational. So you get guys from outside of the club that go there. I forget what they call it. The Withington. The Withington's a big inter club tournament, and that was like a month ago. And I had an early tee time. It was actually Labor Day weekend. I had an early tee time at Crosswinds with my friends with Medway. I show up at Crosswinds. The place is jamming. I'm like, oh, this is going to be the slowest round in history. You go over to the range. It was all Plymouth guys.
Yeah. I was thinking about doing. I was like, I'm gonna have to go to fucking Crosswinds to hit some balls and then fucking go over there.
All Plymouth guys. I was like, Jesus Christ, it was bad.
I wonder what time the range opens over there.
First light, whenever they're ready.
So I can get over there like 7 and hit some balls.
Yeah,
All right.
definitely. Yeah.
So that'll be good. And I got another tournament, October 11th. They just changed the day today. It's called the Short Sticks.
So you know drivers?
36 holes.
Oh,
You play Village Links and Squirrel Run.
that's fun.
You get 3 clubs and a putter. And you can switch your clubs in between courses. No electronics, no rangefinders.
What's that for?
It's just a fun tournament that a guy I know played softball with. He puts on.
Oh, that's a Saturday, right? Yeah,
Yes.
that's the day I'm going to Chicago.
Yeah, it was supposed to be the 4th, and he said we got to bump it a week, but I'm not moving it anymore. This is the day. I'm like, okay.
That'll be fun. Yeah, that'll be a good time. Yeah. So 3 clubs. What are you going with? I would go with. I'd probably go with like a 6 or a 7, a 9, and like my 52.
The night before, I usually just like look at the scorecard
Yeah.
just to try to get like an idea, but I'll probably go 52 pitching wedge and like an 8, maybe a 9. I don't know.
Well, no, I mean, like Squirrel Run's got a couple 300-yard holes, doesn't it?
Yeah, but I mean, if I go 8, eight's like 155. 2 of those.
Yeah. So that's why I bring the 6 iron. 6 iron goes like 180. Then you come in with like a soft 9 or something like that.
Yeah. So no, but it's fun. Village Links is difficult.
Yeah, that course is a pain in the ass.
It's a lot of elevation changes. The greens are fucking postage stamps.
Yep.
I like Squirrel a lot. I think it's always in fantastic condition, no matter what time of year you go, and it's fucking right down the street.
The fourth hole at Village Links. It's that par three, like over the shit in the
over the water. And they cut like a hole out in the fucking tree. Yeah.
Right. That hole always gets me.
I don't think I've hit the green once.
It's like 160 yards, and I'm like, I can't hit this green. And the green is like this, like sloped, and the ladies' tee is like 12 feet off the green. And it's like, I beat you.
Well, and it's like weird too. It's like it's not obviously not a very big course. It's a little par three, but it's a par three like jam packed on like a tiny piece of land. So like the optical illusions of the holes kind of like fucks with you a little bit.
Yeah. No, there's a lot of holes there where, you got 75 yards and the green is elevated. And if you don't put it on the green, if you're short or you're long, you're screwed.
Yeah.
Absolutely screwed.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's a tough golf course. It also has a hole, I forget what number it is, but it's like the green is right near a pond, like a little pond. But if you hit it long, the ball always rolls back towards the hole. That's a hole in one hole. There's a bunker too in the back there.
Oh, I think you're talking about like
8 maybe?
8.
Yeah.
It's only like 50 yards.
Yeah, but you can get a hole in one on that hole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it gets like as you get into the course, I think like the back, like I think like 12, 13, 14, like kind of where you go around like the back edge of the course.
Yeah, those are legit holes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you like tee box and it's like a 25-foot elevation drop to the green, and then very
like
next you're like and then you're shooting like back up to like the greens like a little hill, and if you go deep you fucking boom through the cart path into the fucking shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's legit. Those are legit holes, like 175, 180 yards too. Like,
yeah.
You gotta hit a shot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No, that'll be fun, Dougie. That'd be fun. If I was around, I'd try to see if I could sneak my way into that one with you.
I like it. It's fun. It's I won it last year.
Really?
Yeah.
Like,
came down to no, it's a team. It's a 2-man scramble.
Oh wow, cool. That's even better.
Yep.
2-man. Who'd you play with?
It's random draw. I forget the guy's name, but we just happened to match up beautifully, and then we ended up and then it's cumulative score too.
Nice.
And
so
then
2 of you together? Oh, cumulative with the 2 courses?
Yeah, so and then how they do it is like, whoever has low score on like Village Links like tees off last.
Oh, I like that.
For Squirrel. No, it's cool. And then we were tied and we ended up having to play 18 at Squirrel 3 times.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool. It was like the whole tournament around, like watching.
Yeah, everybody was all there fighting daylight. Just fighting daylight.
That's awesome. Oh, that's great.
It's a fun time, and the only reason I'm even because there's a bunch of good golfers there, but they just get hammered.
Oh yeah.
So I'm just like, I'm just gonna take it easy, just kind of slide in the back door. Yeah, it's like a whole thing. We all get together and eat at Kevin's.
What's that?
It's like do you know where the pro shop is for Village Links?
Yeah.
Literally, it's like you walk into the door of Village Links. It's like the set of double glass doors right next to it.
Oh.
The little diner restaurant thing.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. They never open when I'm there.
Yeah, I think they have very weird hours. I think they're open early. I want to say they're open at like 5 a.m.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, you go in there. It's kind of old school. You get like the old school coffee mugs.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I like that whole area over there. Like the airport's got some good stuff too.
I've never eaten at the restaurant in the airport.
There's like a diner over there.
Yeah, what the fuck is it called?
Real good.
Plain Jane's.
Yeah, real good diner, real good food. Like real good.
Breakfast. Never venture over there.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. So anyway, let's do some predictions. Who you taking? You taking Europe? Ooh. I'd say, tell me who you're picking, the Europe or the U.S., and then give me MVP on both teams. I got you stumped. You gonna put some shillings on it? Some Shetland? Some couple coins?
I think the only bet I would do is to take Europe on the money line, just because I don't think it's worth USA minus 150.
Yeah.
Um, I'm gonna take USA.
Reluctantly.
Reluctantly, yeah. I mean, when you look at it, it's just, man, there's so much firepower on the European side. Um, and I think your MVP.
For both teams.
I think your MVP is going to be Scotty. I think it's going to have to be Scotty.
What about Europe?
Um, Rom.
Yeah, so I too am going with USA only because of the crowd. I think Europe is a better team, but I think the crowd's going to make a difference. Um, I agree with Scotty, although I want to mix it up a little just so we're not boring. So I'm going to say Cantlay.
Really?
That dude's got some stones.
Really? Even though he's got
Yeah.
a personality of a fucking wet blanket?
He's got some stones. And then for Europe, I'm going to go with
I think Cantlay's can get, I don't know. I think he'll have a good following because I think he'll play slow and the crowd will just play into the fact that he's fucking playing slow, like deliberately. But
yeah.
which is one of the bigger questions that I asked of, like, is this a PGA sanctioned event? Like, if it's not, like, how do we like go about implementing rules and stuff?
What do you mean? What kind of rules?
Come on, come
slow
on, guys,
play?
like shot, like kind of like shot clocks, slow play, like come on, like let's go.
I don't know if they have that. They might. Can you be put on the clock in the Ryder Cup? I don't know. Let's ask Chat GPT. You gonna do it? You gonna do it?
Yeah.
You gonna do the ask? I don't know if you can. I have a feeling you can because I think it's come up before. But as far as my MVP for Europe, I mean, I love John Rahm. He's like my favorite player in the world. So I'm gonna go John Rahm. I mean, the guy's just got absolute stones and ridiculous game.
Yes, a group of players can be put on the clock of the Ryder Cup if they fall out of position on the course. However, a stroke penalty for slow play has never actually been issued during the Ryder Cup.
Yeah, so I mean, you'd have to be really, really slow. But they were saying put Cantlay out there and just have him like drag around and just piss off people, like a John Rahm. John Rahm doesn't like to screw around with pace. Did you you ever watch those the duels?
Yeah.
Like Phil will be like chirping, just talking. Rahm's like, just hit your ball.
Oh, all the time, because he's talking. He's like, so you see this? This is the green.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, yeah, okay. It's not gonna fucking change the outcome of this fucking shot. Like, let's just hit the fucking ball. Let's go.
Rahm's just like, can we just hit the ball?
Yeah, me staring at this for 5 minutes isn't gonna affect what this shot's gonna do. Let's go.